Today I'm going to be doing a day in my life video, and I've been seeing a lot of these videos going around YouTube, and I thought I might as well make my own. If you guys are new to my channel, my name is Tomas Pasie, and I have a bunch of exotic pets. So that's what this video is going to be about. I'm going to be showing you guys basically what I do in a day with all of these animals. Alright, so my day starts out here on my bed, and I just got this new bed actually. It's bigger than my last one. My last one was a twin, and this is a full, and I'm so much happier with a full bed. Like, I have so much more space. And then over here is my TV, where I got my Xbox and everything right there. And actually my PS4 is downstairs, and I got the whole virtual reality thing hooked up to it. And over here we have my Ripley's Believe It or Not. If you guys didn't know, I'm actually inside of this book on page 107. I know that because I was just looking at it a lot yesterday and I remember it was 107. But anyway, right here we have my 100K silver play button. Let's try to zoom in on that. You can see it says Tomas Pasie, passing 100,000 subscribers. If you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe because I want to hit 1 million. I know it's kind of far away, but it's not impossibly far away. Like, I really do think someday in the future I might be able to hit 1 million, so let's try. Alright, so right here's my desk, and I actually used to have the TV over here, so I had the whole 3-screen layout, but I decided to move the TV over in front of my bed, and I decided to put this keyboard right here so I could work on my laptop, because I do a lot of work on my laptop. I edit a lot of videos, and I do a lot of work for college on my laptop, so I have this little nice spot here to work, and if I need to, I can use my desktop up here. I also have the MacBook Air, but that's just nice to travel with and going places. Especially having this in college is very helpful, just in case this one runs out of battery and I don't have the charger on me. And I guess now that we're at it, I'll explain what this is. This is a painting that I made when I was in 12th grade, and it's very nice. I'm very proud of this one. I actually took a picture of my chameleon Rango. I'll put it up right here so you guys can see what it looks like. And I painted him. I'm very proud of this one, and I still want to frame it, but I don't have the frame that fits this painting yet. So, I mean, I think it's time to go see some animals. Well, this is the first animal I see every day. This is Zed. He's my English Bull Terrier. Well, he's a little bit tired right now, but every single morning I go downstairs, I take him out, and he goes into the backyard, and then he comes up here, up the stairs, and he chills out all day, and he eats so much. He's a little bit tired right now. I think I'm gonna leave him alone, and we're gonna go see some reptiles. I think Zed wants to come with me, but no, it's not gonna happen. He goes crazy, especially like when he sees the tegu. If you guys don't know what a tegu is, I'll show you that later. So once I take Zed outside, I actually come here into my reptile room, and I make sure that everyone's heating is working correctly, and that everyone has water in their bowls, and that everything is clean. So right now, I actually don't have any of the heating lights on, because I like the look of all these colorful lights. But I'm gonna show you guys how I do that. And the first thing is right here. I just hit this little switch right here, and you can see that the heating light turns on. And this right here is actually my carpet python. I was actually in her cage yesterday, and I need to refill her water bowl right now because I was showing her to some people that came over. But she is amazing, and if you watched my last video, she actually did try to bite me. So she's not the friendliest snake I own, but she's still amazing. Alright, so I'm gonna actually change her water bowl right now, and the first thing I want to do is put the water bowl back in the right position, because when I took her out last time, she was kind of hard to put back, and the water just went all over the place. Let's see, I'll push this in a little bit. That's good enough. Alright, so now I'm gonna drop in some water, and I don't know if she's gonna drink right now. I don't think she's thirsty, but we'll see. Alright, so here I am dropping in the water. I don't think she likes the water hitting her. Alright. And I don't think we'll be getting any footage of her drinking right now, but this is a beautiful snake, and she actually did shed recently, and I have her shed right here, and I'll show you guys what that looks like right now. Alright, so this right here is her shed skin, and right here is the tail. So if you go up the tail, you can see everything. I don't know if this piece actually has her head, but sometimes some of the sheds come out really well, like with her head, and you can see like where the eyes go and everything. So that's pretty cool, but this one doesn't actually have the head. And if you were to measure this whole shed skin, it's probably a little bit over 6 feet long. And one thing that you guys should know is that you can't tell a snake's size by its shed. So my snake is actually probably a little bit under 6 feet or 6 feet, because if this is a little bit over 6 feet, then my snake might be 6 feet. But you guys get what I'm trying to say. Like, it's not exactly the same, because when you look at the snake's shed, like, it kind of expands a little bit. When you take into consideration how much of the snake's shed is actually expanding like that, it actually makes a big difference. Here's a little Kenyan sand boa shed that you can compare it to. And if you look right there in the middle of the screen, you can actually see where the eyes go. Look how tiny that shed is compared to the big carpet python. Alright, so going back to the routine aspect of this video, the next thing I do after coming down here is actually feed my animals. This is the point where I get some crickets ready for my tarantulas, and when I defrost some of these baby mice for my snakes. If I ever run out of crickets, I just go down here and I get some cockroaches. These are actually dubia roaches, and I got some red runner roaches over here. I know some people find this super disgusting, but that's just what you gotta do if you're a reptile keeper. And these right here are actually beetles. I don't know if you guys know that superworms actually turn into these beetles. I used to be super scared of them. Like, the first time I ever found out that superworms turn into beetles, I completely freaked out, and I told my dad to get it out of the container because I was super scared of it. But I got over the fear, just like you guys can. Oops. I feel bad for flinging that beetle down, but he's all good now. Also, before I showed you guys the baby mice, but my bigger snakes, like my carpet python and my reticulated python, eat rats because they're too big for baby mice. Obviously, like, the only ones that eat baby mice are the Kenyan sand boa and my milk snake, which are two beautiful snakes. I know I say all my snakes are beautiful, but I mean, my milk snake is just crazy. Like, its bright red colors are insane. And I'm not going to show you her right now, but you guys can check her out on my Instagram. Mocha's here popping in for the video. She's a reticulated python. Reticulated pythons are the longest snakes in the world, and green anacondas are the heaviest snakes in the world. She got so big since when I first got her. Like, when I first got her, she was tiny, like 2 feet long, and now she's almost 10 feet long. Like, she grew so much. If you guys want to see more of her, you could check out other videos on my channel. Like, I posted a ton of feeding videos with her in the past, but let's go see some other animals. Alright, so a lot of my life focuses around feeding tarantulas, and right here we have a Mexican red-knee tarantula, and this is a tarantula that I actually raised since it was the size of a dime. So she was like that big, and that was about 3 years ago. So in 3 years, this is how much she grew. She is a female, and right now I'm going to show you guys how I feed her. Alright, so we'll start off easy. The first thing you gotta do is unlock her cage, so we'll do that. Some people are too scared to even approach the cage, but that's okay. Over time, you get used to it. Then I slide the lid out, and now she's ready to be fed. The next thing you have to do is choose between feeding a superworm, a cricket, or a cockroach. It's pretty much all the same thing, but I'm not gonna feed it a superworm right now, so I'll put that one back with the other superworms, but I will feed it a cricket today. So you pick out a cricket, I'm gonna feed it this cricket, and now we're gonna go back to the tarantula cage and drop it in. Alright, so here we are, ready to feed the tarantula, and there's a few different ways that you can actually feed it. So the first thing you could do is tongue feed it, which would be to just give the tarantula... Oh, come on, I dropped it! Alright, I was about to make a whole suspenseful feeding video saying 3, 2, 1 like I always do, but I just dropped the cricket. That's the other way that you can feed it, which is just dropping it inside. And the third way that you can feed it is just dropping the crickets anywhere in the cage and letting the cricket just walk to the tarantula, or letting the tarantula find the cricket on its own. Personally, I always just drop the cricket in right where the tarantula is sitting, so the tarantula just eats it immediately. And if the tarantula doesn't eat, I usually take the cricket out. And I do that because if the tarantula were to molt, And for those of you who don't know what molting means, it's basically just shedding. Tarantulas are able to shed their skin, and when they do shed their skin, tarantulas become very weak, and when they're weak, crickets can actually bite them and potentially kill them. So that's why I always take crickets out if they aren't eaten. Alright, so since that last feeding clip was actually kind of a fail, I'm gonna feed a tarantula like I normally do in my videos. And alright, let's just do it. I'm gonna feed the tarantula in 3, 2, 1. Oh, there we go. She's ready, and she got it. There you go. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. Wow. This tarantula is beautiful. She's so big. And there you can see the super worm getting eaten. Whoa, look at her fangs. They're huge. I never actually saw the fangs on that one so well, but there you go. Alright, so now we got this awesome shot of my curly haired tarantula. Let's go on to something else. Another big part of my life right now is actually making TikToks. I'm actually partnered with TikTok, and Oscar shows up in a bunch of them. So if you guys want to see a few short videos about Oscar and my other pets, head over to TikTok, follow me, and you'll see a bunch of cool stuff. Once I'm done with all my other animals, I usually go upstairs to my kitchen, and then I get a bunch of fruits and vegetables. And those fruits or vegetables are then fed to these cockroaches right here. Look how big that guy is. This is a giant cave roach. As you can see, all the little babies just ran away. There's still one there by my finger. And these cockroaches are awesome. I used to keep a bunch of different kinds of cockroaches, but now the coolest species that I keep is this one. I only have one left of the big ones, but I got a bunch of babies, and they're all gonna grow to be about this size. Check out how small that one is right there. It's super tiny. And they all go into like these little holes inside the cork bark. There's one right here, and a bunch of them are covered in dirt, so you can barely see them. But they're in there. There's over 10 of them. Now I'm back upstairs, and Zed is over here waiting for me. He's so cute. I think he wants to go to the living room, so I'm gonna let him go. But check out how big his head is. Whoa! There's a bunch of cool TikToks about him. So if you guys want to see that, go check him out. Alright, so when I'm done with all the animals downstairs, I actually come back up into my room and I work on a bunch of other projects that I have going on. And those projects go from music to fashion to like a bunch of other stuff that you guys have no idea about. I just finished college. I finished this semester, and in September I'm actually going to be starting my junior year at NJIT. It's a college here in New Jersey. Going back to the animals for 1 second, I did want to show you guys my giant lizard in this video, but I can't because he's underground right now and I'm not about to go dig him out. But if you guys do want to see him, you can go to my TikTok, and I posted a few feeding videos about him, and I'm going to be posting this one awesome one where he jumps up at me. So definitely go to TikTok and check that out. I know I've been talking a lot about TikTok in this video, but honestly I've been having so much fun making them that you guys definitely need to go check it out. I did mention that music was one of the projects that I'm working on right now, and I actually bought a whole bunch of stuff and made this little studio in my room, and I'm going to show you guys a little bit of that, but maybe not too much in this video. Right here's my electric guitar, and then I also have this keyboard, and I have a microphone. I have everything to make music. Now I just gotta sit down and do it. I've spent these past couple months really learning how to use the music editing program, and I've gotten really good at navigating through the software and learning what everything does, because the app has so much. It's insane how many things you can do with it. But stuff is sounding good, so if you guys are interested in all that, definitely let me know in the comments. Fashion is another one of my interests, and if you guys want to see some of that, you guys can go to my Instagram. I haven't really been posting too much on my Instagram, but I do post on my story, and I go to New York a lot. I've been going to a lot of concerts. Look through my highlights. I have a bunch of cool little videos. I've been getting into indoor skydiving recently. I did it on my birthday. I turned 20 a couple weeks ago. And I guess now that we're on the birthday topic, you guys should go to famousbirthdays.com and boost me. I don't even know what number I am on there anymore. But I remember a while back I was super into that. I was super happy that I was on there. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and now that you know that I've been working on other projects, you guys should understand why I'm not posting so much. But eventually these other projects will be finished and they'll be out to you guys, and I hope that's not too far along from now. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and thanks for watching.